Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj have been arguing like little children on social medias. And if you didn't know, Meek Mill and Nicki used to have a romantic relationship. Don't remember when they broke up, but they're no longer together. And now she's with this other man who is fucking trash.
Is she married?
Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Everybody says it's her husband, so I guess
They
so.
have
Safari?
Mrs. Petty.
No, it's not even Safari. I don't even know this man's name, y'all, because
that's
he's
his
so
name.
freaking lame.
His
only
last
reason-
name is Petty.
Yeah.
I thought that she changed her name
that's
to
her real
Mrs.
last
Petty
name.
on Twitter
No.
to be funny.
That's her real last
Me
name.
too.
That makes total sense.
I think his name's Kenny or something.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Anyways,
Is he like a regular guy, the model?
he's definitely a regular
Looks
guy.
like a tool.
He
He's
just
a muscular, dark-skinned
no,
chocolate brother.
man,
Not
like he
even.
is so
Opposite.
freaking
He
ain't even
lame
that.
looking, man.
He looks like he want to be muscular, but his body didn't.
He
catch
looks like
up.
he wants to be a lot of things that he's not, and I just don't
His
know why
pants
she's
are a
with
little
him.
too
I hope
tight.
he's
Maybe
just a
he
good
has
person.
a good personality.
I doubt it.
Anyway,
Maybe Nicki's
so
trying to go for the average.
I guess they don't really
I don't
have
even
a
know.
good relationship, Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill, but like some stuff was online maybe a week or two ago before this Twitter altercation where they ran into one another out at a shopping place.
Oh, that's
and
so
Meek
sad.
Mill made a comment to her husband, and then Nicki was popping off, like going off about, you know, he can get his ass whooped, da 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 da. So then it went to Twitter, and it says Nicki accused Meek of abuse, and Meek was accusing Nicki of defending her brother's child rape accusations. So that's another thing that's been going on. Nicki Minaj's brother has been, I'm pretty sure he's been not accused, like I think he is going to prison for rape.
This was a couple years ago that he was actually sentenced, though, right? Or
No, I think he just got sentenced. I think a couple years ago was when the case was coming about.
I was like, I feel like I remember that.
So Meek is bringing that up. What does that got to do with Nicki?
I think he brought it up because she was bringing up stuff about him. Like it was like
bringing
a
up
tit
stuff
for
in his-
tat.
Yeah. It's very childish.
Very
The whole
childish.
argument is
Very childish.
Okay.
But let me see if I can go on here and find where it all began.
I have some of their tweets.
First. But that's been a lot of topic. That's been a lot of topic of conversation online too. Is about Nicki's brother and how she's been defending him, and people aren't cool with that because yes, that's your brother, but if he did rape somebody, then like, why are you defending him?
Yeah, rape culture is a big thing.
It is. So
I have one of Meek's tweets. It says the only way you can try to kill my career is to say I beat women. Talk about your brother convicted of rape, and you've been new and paid for his lawyer.
And then he said, for clarification, I don't hit women, and I won't let my interviews be filled with question about her or any situation to do with her when I come out to do press for my new album. No devil's tricks.
Well, I don't know who started it, but the very first tweet I saw was her, and it said "Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers." Bad built face ass obsessed with the queen, and it was a picture of Meek, which I thought, like, girl, how you gonna clown him for his physique when one, you were with him,
You was
and
with
two,
him for
bitch,
a
your body
while.
is fake. I mean, I'm a half and half Nicki fan. I like Nicki, but there's a lot of things that she does that I'm not, I don't like, but whatever. Then she said, N-word been tweeting about my man for a year now, talking about he went to my page to see him, but he was blocked. Move on. I know your bitch is embarrassed because he has a girlfriend and she's pregnant. So I guess then he was making comments about her brother and all that stuff. And then Nicki said, you beat your own sister and you taped it. Spit on her and taped it. Kicked me in front of your mother. Sent her to the hospital. Sucking Drake dick made you feel tough again. Move on.
Ooh, she went in on him.
She did.
She was
Imagine
going
talking
in.
about an alleged rape of a child to hurt someone who wasn't involved just so people can dislike me. You can never stand on your own. You won't tell people the mother is on tape asking me for $20 million to make the charge go away, though.
$20.
That's what she said.
Yeah. You was around. You know. See you soon. Twitter fingers.
So that's what's been going on with them. And it's just so lame. Like, because Nicki has been kind of like off social media for a long time. She does this where she goes away, she comes back. So it's like you come back and like...
You in drama.
Yeah, and it's so stupid because first off, I don't know anybody online that likes her new husband. Like, he's just so trash looking.
He ruined all her pictures.
And now I'm like, girl, you cannot talk about Meek. Like, who
Show me
was
a family
he?
pic.
All right, I got you.
I've only seen him like one time.
Well, she's posted pictures with him.
I don't follow
Here's a
Nicki
side
Minaj.
profile of him.
Like, she'll just post these cute pics of her, and
And then he'll be on it. And you're
Like,
like,
he'll be-
why? Like, you look so good.
Somebody on Twitter photoshopped
What does he
At
do
Starburst?
for a living?
stick of Starburst.
Yeah.
What does he do for a living?
Well, let me tell you, the very first time I noticed him was like she had posted, and it was so cringeworthy. It was a video of her sitting next to a pool, and she was like doing, I forgot what she was doing. She was singing a song, and there was this guy that was like in the video and standing next to her while he was rapping, and he looked awkward. And I was like, who is this guy? Why did she bring this guy in this video? He's clearly uncomfortable. And then I found out later that it was her man, and I was like, I don't know. It's just weird. Look at him.
She like it.
Look at this.
Whoa!
What?
It's her straddling him with her whole ass out.
No, he's covering all that he can.
Yeah.
It's all fake.
Just
I'm gonna keep
as
some-
her
I'm
man,
gonna keep some things
she
to
can
myself.
do what she wants with her man.
I'm
They shouldn't
just-
be putting it all over the screen.
I don't care about the picture. I'm talking about him in my head.
Oh yeah. So is he not an attractive man to you all?
He look like
No.
his breast stink.
Okay.
He
okay.
does.
I don't understand.
You don't? That's because you're not a woman.
I mean, because I'm not looking. I think every woman like what they like, but I can understand.
He just seems lame. Like, I can't explain it to you. Like, everything
I
about
think
him, he just seems lame.
Because he's
bruh.
in the pictures. I don't know what it is. Because
It's
you can
almost like
totally take a
fake.
picture with your woman, period. Like, y'all cute or whatever, but it just makes it look like he's just trying to be in the,
He's
always
trying
trying to
to
be in
be
the
too
pics.
hard.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
doesn't seem like they're in a relationship. Something seems off about
He's
it.
just a
All in the
placeholder.
videos.
Almost.
So he's there for followers and money, essentially.
That's what people are saying, that he's asking for like a higher allowance and shit from Nicki.
That's funny.
I don't know what he does. I think if we were to hear his voice maybe or see him out talking, like, you know, we might feel a little
You'd
more
pick
connected
up,
to
yeah.
him.
He has a lame aura.
But
Cameron's
we're
over here
not
looking
hearing
at
it.
church pictures, y'all. He ain't paying attention.
Wow.
He's over here editing church pictures.
Wow.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
So yeah, that's that on that.
That's that on that.
Cameron,
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening.
would you like to spearhead our next
So
combo?
the other thing
Do
we
I?
wanted to talk about was the Gayle
I
King.
just like to call you out. Yeah, the Gayle King situation.
Yep.
So
So
did
to
you know about this,
start-
Darian?
I mean, I heard you all speaking of it.
But you don't really know a lot.
Nah.
Okay.
But it's based on Kobe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she did an interview with Lisa Leslie, and I'll say that I saw it on the Shade Room first, and of course it's all about the first person to put the news out there. And on the Shade Room, they showed a clip of Gayle asking Lisa Leslie about the rape case.
What she thought about it, right?
Yeah,
Or,
it was more along the lines of just kind of like,
I'm gonna try to find it.
yeah,
She said, as a woman, knowing about his history
oh, it
and the
wasn't on-
sexual
A woman
it was
being
on
in the
Baller
NBA.
Alert. I said Shade Room. It
she
on
was
Baller
asking
Alert. Here it
Lisa
is.
how she felt about it.
Dismissed in 2003, 2004. Is it complicated for you as a woman, as a WNBA player?
It's not complicated for me at all. Even if there's a few times that we've been at a club at the same time, Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, you know, please go get that girl or tell her or send her this. I have other NBA friends that are like that. Kobe's, he was never like that. I just never have ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible. I just don't believe that. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair longer with this? In that
So I'm not gonna play anymore. But
My issue, just from like 10,000 feet, is she's trying to corner these women she's interviewing to have a certain perspective on the issue.
That's so the whole thing. And I sent. Did I send it to y'all?
Yeah, on
You
Facebook.
may-
Yeah. So like, originally I was like, "Dang, Gayle, that's kind of trash that you would back her in this corner and you would talk about this rape case and the guy
Right.
passed away. Like,
Right.
let him go peacefully. Like,
Right.
I don't understand why the world has come to the point of now we pull out all the dirt on every
People
single person
love to
that
do
died.
that,
Like,
yeah.
that
And he had
makes
to
it so-
live through that
Yeah.
at a certain point in his
like
life.
that.
He
I
got-
remember that point. I remember that when I was a kid. Like,
Yeah.
remember hearing about the story, and At that time, it was only news outlets, not social media. But just to kind of see Gayle kind of come back and like, we had more than just that conversation. And that's the trash part about social media, is that we pull out 30 to a minute clips, and that's all you really get. And then that's what we judge on. So then now we don't even really want to watch the rest of the interview. We were okay with R. Kelly talking crazy because we knew that that's what his entire interview was going to be, was just crazy.
Who was her interview for? Like, who was Gayle reporting for? It was a news outlet.
Yeah, she works for CBS.
Yeah. Okay, so she was in an interview after all. Did y'all hear that crime video? Oprah talking about Gayle has had death threats. She's not doing well.
No.
Okay, Oprah was like defending Gayle, saying like, y'all tripping, y'all need to leave her alone. And
I do think people take it far, for sure.
And then I saw Gayle say that she's been advised by her PR to not say anything, but she doesn't feel like that's right. So she was like, my news outlet, I don't like the fact that they only released that 30-second clip. Yeah, that was like the out of the whole, she said that whole interview, there's so much substance in everything else we talked about, but they pulled that clip and released that.
And
so
made
now
her
that
look
makes
like
it
the
look
bad
like,
guy.
Yeah, which
and I, think,
I really don't like that she brought it up at all anyway. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it does suck.
But is it her question to bring up?
That's
or
the thing
was she
I feel like, and
up?
you can correct me because you probably know more on the news side of things, but I feel like you can only do so much. Your hands are tied because you have a job.
Right. Yeah. Somebody could have just wrote the script and said, hey, Gayle, you're going to ask this question
You
today.
need to... I don't even think it was about, let's make this black girl look crazy.
Yeah.
But she's one of the stronger reporters that doesn't really care of the backlash in a sense. But I think she realized how bad it looks when it was all said and done. She probably did. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I'm just kind of allegedly speaking. That it was coming out.
Well, when it first happened... And I do think the world we live in now reacts a lot based upon what other people say, because I'm kind of on the fence about how I feel about the situation. And it's because I kind of got other people's perspectives, and I was like, I can kind of see that too. So I'm going to bring some stuff up that I found online. But my first thought when I first saw the clip was like, damn, they haven't even had a funeral yet. And it's just so fresh, and I just think it was very inappropriate. But then talking with a friend, she was like, I can see your point, but I feel like we should not act like this didn't happen. Like, because it kind of not discredits, but how do you think the families or the rape victim felt? How do you think she feels like now? Like, this is something that she'll always have to deal with, and people will act like because he's a celebrity and he died in a tragic way that like this cannot ever be brought up. And I was like, I get that point. I said it. I'm not saying that it should never be brought up, because it is a part of his life. And I don't want to say unfortunately, because it's unfortunate for everybody involved. But I do feel like there's a time and a place and a time, like a timeline. Like, I'm not saying that it should never get brought up, but I'm saying like the fact that a funeral hasn't even happened. And I find it interesting that like when he first passed away in the first week, everybody was just so distraught and upset. And it was all these tributes and memorials to him, but now after a week's gone by, now it's okay. Like, when is it okay? Like, yeah. So it's I don't know, but it's just, I'm not saying that it should not be discussed, because I found some tweets. Like, one girl said, we go out of our way to shut down any discourse that even halfway addresses the sexual violence some of our black male heroes have been accused of perpetuating. God, I said that wrong. It's not tarnishing to take an honest look at these men or to allow room for those who have been victimized to speak. It's really disappointing. Oh, she was talking about Ari. So Ari Lennox basically made a video that was like, F Gayle King, F Oprah, like, you know, basically saying that they were wrong for what they said.
So Kobe was acquitted though, right?
Yeah.
He was, but
it's because she did not testify.
Yes.
Pieces of shit fuck asses.
Okay.
No hating. Pieces of shit fuck asses. If I have never seen a coon more fucking coonier than goddamn Kale and Okra. I'm over y'all. I'm over y'all. I don't give a fuck how rich you are, how much you fucking accomplished. You're tearing down the legacies of so many phenomenal, beautiful black men, and I don't fucking have time for it. I don't fucking have time for it.